Spotify's all ears for podcasting. From Berlin, the latest from podnews.net with Podscribe, now IAB certified. Spotify's All Ears Summit is taking place here in Berlin, in Germany, the largest German podcast summit. The event features 6 simultaneous tracks, including keynotes and panels, and has 1,800 people attending today, including all the major publishers. It's an open event, just like we're an open platform, said Spotify's GM for Europe, Michael Kraus, to us. Javier Pignol, Global Head of Markets for Talk Content at Spotify, is interviewing me on stage later. Spotify has unveiled an integration with BeReal, where you can share your favorite podcasts and music on the social platform. And Spotify has also announced a deal with JellySmack, which will help content partners onto Spotify by optimizing and distributing their video content onto the video-friendly Spotify for Podcasters platform, according to the blog post. Audioboom released the company's financial update for Q1 23. Q1 revenue was down more than 20% year-on-year, but excluding Morbid, a show that left Audioboom last year, revenue is static. The company posted a small profit. Universal Music is asking music streaming services to block access to AI companies so that the company's music is not ingested into learning systems for AI. Spotify's Megaphone had a playback fault yesterday for a short while. It was the second playback issue this month. The Triton Digital Australian Podcast Ranker was released for March. In the ranker, NRL podcast Bloke in a Bar was the highest new entry at number 10. Hamish and Andy regained the top spot with just over 2 million monthly downloads. Listener posted a 23% month-on-month increase. The ABC, the country's biggest podcaster, is still absent from the ranker, though. It measures participating publishers only. Also in Australia, SEA's Listener is to add audio content from public service broadcaster SBS, including 40 premium podcasts and 6 radio stations. Magellan AI has a monthly update today at 11:30 Eastern Time. The company will share more data about podcast advertising spend in March. And in the UK, Podcast Radio has an exclusive of the Rathband tapes to coincide with a TV drama airing this week. In People News, it's Ariel Shapiro's last week, writing for HotPod for a while. I am very pregnant, she writes. Amrita Khalid will look after HotPod in the meantime. And in podcast news, Podcast Bestie, the podcast this week, talks with Megan Hayward from Edit Audio on the incredible success of the Mina AF podcast, which has already hit 100,000 downloads. Podcast Answers interviews Sam Sethi, the founder of Podfans, about his new platform and how he got into podcasting. Filthy Ritual is a new production from Global Player, and Novel, a new true crime podcast about one of the most prolific fraudsters in British history. It's hosted by the people behind the hit podcast Red Handed, Hannah Maguire and Suruthi Bala. New from Podimo and Mags Creative, It Can't Just Be Me, launched earlier this week. Anna Richardson, a TV presenter and qualified hypnotherapist, hosts this sex and relationship podcast, answering dilemmas sent in from listeners across the UK. And Bodies has returned for a new season. The show from KCRW and journalist Alison Beringer compassionately delves into medical mysteries and the complexities within the bodies of women and marginalised genders and how health systems treat them. This podcast is sponsored by Podscribe. Podscribe is now IAB certified. It's the only certified measurement provider who doesn't also sell media. See what data you're missing with a no-cost campaign today at podscribe.com/blog. And that's the latest from our newsletter. To read all the stories and subscribe, we're at podnews.net.